Well, today I'm going to plant some of my onions that I bought at the nursery, and I bought 2 bundles because this is what I call an experiment. See what I can grow. Once the time comes where I live here full time, then I'll figure out how many onions I'm actually going to need to plant. I'm doing it in my raised garden, and I've got some carrots growing on the other side. My Swift Chart's still growing. I haven't cleaned up all of my garden yet completely anyways, but I am going to see. I've got some big ones, so I don't follow all the rules. That is supposed to be plant this many inches away, blah blah blah. Sometimes I try to do what they say, it doesn't work. I do try to plant them a little bit apart. I bought this kind of onions from the nursery because I did the ones from the store and I did okay with them, but I also want to see what these will do. So I'm trying to get big ones and little ones in between because I don't know, there's something about the little ones that they say, I don't know, they're supposed to do something, whatever. I plant everything, seeds and all. I'm not going to do the seeds. I have done seeds before and I did pretty good with those, so maybe I'll stick to the seeds. I just like to go back and forth and see. See, there's a big one. I like to see what this part of the world does, you know. We're in Texas. It's not really central Texas, but pretty close to central Texas. Close to Austin anyways. If you know Austin, Texas, it does really good out here. I'm always trying to see what I can plant. Everything, actually the temperature was like, I think it was 24 degrees. So a little bit nippy. Everybody's getting sick too. Everybody's got a flu. My son, I asked him how he was feeling. He said he still had gripa, which is funny because you don't hear those words very often. So I'm trying to get big ones and then the smaller onions planted in between because apparently I did the yellow onions because I like yellow onions. I did the red last year, but I didn't get that many of the red, and they were really good, just to let you know, they're tasty. And if you think, well, you could buy them at the store, but when you live in a part of the world where you might not be able to just run to the store because it's not right around the corner, then you want your own supplies. And that's why I do all of my trial for fruits and vegetables. Oh, this is a big one. Look at that. It is cold out here. In fact, my legs are shaking. Thing about that, then I can't walk. I have arthritis on my legs too, and that's not fun. So after I get my onions planted, I still plant in between, especially the little bitty ones, and I mean little bitties. Like this is a little bitty one, see? See what it does in between. I have a lot of little ones. Look at that. That's little. They might grow and they might not grow. If they grow, that's great. If they don't, well, sometimes they grow to be, what do you call those? Kind of like the little green onions. They have a fancy name. See, this is little. So I put those in between just in case they grow, and if they don't, they don't. Sometimes you lose some, sometimes they gain. It's like you'll never know. So I put those in between just in case, and if they grow together, I don't care. I still eat them, cut them, cook them, because I do use a lot of onions. Onions for everything. Duh. I dropped one. I don't know where it was. Just plant it right there. Try to make sure the critters don't get in here. So I have everything fenced because I fight deers like all the time. Deers like to eat in here. They feast. They get everything. They make me mad. I like deers. Just like I liked rabbits until they came into my garden. That was not fun. I always do them a little bit different each time if I can, you know. There sure is a lot of little ones in this batch. They were already rooting. Had them in a bag because I bought them and I knew I would be here to plant all these. And yeah, they got some pretty big roots. Look at that. Nice. So that means I might get a good harvest. So it's January 2026. Hopefully I get some good onions and I can always freeze them, you know, then use them later. And that's a good way to store onions. I like to. So you're planting them a couple of inches, about 1.5 inches down. And if I need to come back and put soil, I will. And in fact, that's what I did. I had my soil here and I added a little bit more. My Swift chard is still growing. I have carrots. And I have a couple of cabbage that are still growing. Because this is a different part of the world. You never know. Things do different, you know. I don't line up anything. I don't measure it because when I do that, stuff gets crazy and doesn't do like it's supposed to. It's supposed to be this and that and blah, blah, blah. Somehow it doesn't work for me. So when I'm not crocheting, I like to be playing with plants. You can get it in the middle. That is fun. Oh, there's the weed in here. Try to get all the weeds out. Fun, fun. So, there you see it. And once I harvest, you'll get to see some other stuff.